Hi everyone, welcome back to our learning series of JavaScript videos. This is the fourth installment in our learning series. Today we are going to discuss what is functions, why we use them, how we use them and how many types of functions we have, what are the custom things we can do with them. So let's get started. So first we will try to understand what is function. A function is a reusable block of code that perform a specific task. It is a fundamental building block in JavaScript, enabling code reuse and modularity. Instead of writing the same code multiple times, you can encapsulate it in a function and call it wherever needed. If I say in more simpler words, your code doesn't needs to have every logic inside single block. You can divide them into small pieces, which can make your code reusable, uh, more manageable, and looks neat and clean. So the purpose is clear. Function helps in organizing code logically. They improve readability by breaking down complex problems into smaller manageable parts. First thing is function declaration. So for this I am using an online tool which is from one compiler for JavaScript. You can use any one of your choice. First thing, function declaration. So how we declare our functions? Here is the function. This word you will have to use. Okay, so function, and first thing, this is a keyword, then the function name. Anything could be the name, but for describing I am using this thing. Then the parameters body, then our curly bracket, which is the actual function body where the logic actually works. Okay, so this is the name, this is the keyword you have to use. I think you have zero understanding of JavaScript function, that's why I will go as much as low as possible. So this is a function declaration, begins with the function keyword followed by the function name, parameter in the parenthesis, and a block of code enclosed in curly brackets. So here you will be passing your parameters like a comma b comma c, anything. We will discuss more about it, but for us like this is just the body. Then we come to function expression. Okay, a function expression defines a function and assign it to variable. This function can be anonymous or named. Okay, one thing you see above. The second thing is like constant function name is equals to function. Here you will be have your parameters, and outside it you have the function body. This is another way of defining a function. Like this is the keyword we will have to use, but this can be anything. Based on your interest, you can give it name, whatever you prefer. Third way of defining a function is arrow functions. So how we will do this? Okay, it is for you. I will do it more detail. Function declaration, function expression. Now there is third type, arrow functions, which was introduced after the ES6. So basically ES6 JavaScript, like what we can say, it's like more instructions, or we can say more features were added to JavaScript standard. So those are comes into ES6. So this is arrow function is also a part of we can say, yeah, ES6. So how we type arrow functions? It's like const the function name, which can be your choice. Function name, wherever I use function name, it could be the user's choice, is equals to, here you will say your parameters, and then this body actually makes sense to a arrow function. So this syntax is titled as arrow functions. So we will be going more deep, so you will understand it more deeply. There is one term comes into mind when we go through functions. There is terms, it is as default parameter. So okay, let's go first, then we will discuss that. So here let's elaborate more on this function, arrow function. When if you understand this one, you will be able to understand others also. So here for example, I say you I am passing these three parameters, which is like we will just use our console log to see how things are working. So I say a comma b comma c, this is the all parameter we are passing to it. When we call it, we will call it like let's comment it out, so we will not get errors like because the function has three functions have same name, so they can throw errors. Here we are going to call our function name this way, and there are three parameters, so you will have to pass at least three values to make it work. So let's start with 1 comma 2 comma 3. These are the values equivalent to these parameters a, b and c, 1 2 3. As we are doing console log, here you will be able to see the output 1 2 and 3. So as I was saying, there was a default value, so it means like this one. So if I pass 1 2 3, okay, let's change it. So if I say pass 1 to 5, so run it, you see 1 to 5, but you will see it is equal to 3. So it actually comes into picture when you are not passing a third parameter here. So for example, if I remove it from here, and then you will see it will be actually passing that value. Why? It is titled as default value. The default value actually means like if user is not passing something for that parameter, then it will use the default value. So that's another thing. Here comes one more. Okay, let's talk more about this arrow function. If there is no complex calculation and if a single line of logic can work for you, you can also use it. You will be asking there is no change, so let's change some values so you can see the actual output changes. You see 1 to 7, these syntax were bulky and also having extra code like return parameters and everything required, but not in the case of arrow functions. Arrow function doesn't require curly brackets when if you are able to achieve the output in a single line. Same way, we talked about default value. Please make notes if you have copy and pen. Next one we will discuss is rest parameter. What is rest parameter? Rest parameter is like when you have multiple options passing to like parameters passing to a function body, but if you like you don't want each one to be accessed individually. So here you see a comma b comma c. If there is 100 parameters, what you will do? So in that case, like you are passing in the function body, you will require or no, that's up to you. But how, like passing this much values, how you will access that amount of data one by one? Okay, so for this purpose, for example, this data is into a variable which is like rest variable. It could be any name you can give to it. Then I think we should go like simpler way. So what we can do, okay, there is another way. Let's undo it. You think values are here, okay, some way you pass them here. You can do one thing, you can just do this syntax, okay. So and try this inside the block. How? You can come here, sorry, yeah, just here and paste it. Let's see what happens. You see the data is coming as an array. All the data you are passing are coming into a single parameter and you can access them directly. You can loop on that, anything you can do. We will be like going through loops in next sessions, so there you can deep dive more about the topic. Right now we discuss our function declaration, function expression, arrow functions with like default value, rest parameter. These topics can be like you can use them with any kind of function declaration or expression or arrow functions. They are not bound to anything, but these terms are like these terms are specific: arrow function, function expressions and declarations. There is more topics related to it, is like the scope of the function and return statements inside it. So same way arrow function are using arrows to return values. Here in this kind of functions you can use the return expression to return your values. Like there is passing something, you can use it here. Otherwise, like something, any string or variable, whatever based on the requirement, you can return from here. It will same way doing console, it will return the value from the function body. So in terms of function scope, there are two kind of scopes of function body. Variable, first one is local scope. So variable declared inside the function are only accessible within that function, they are not visible outside. So this is the local scope. And global scope is like variable declared outside of the any function are accessible anywhere in the script. So these are function scopes. Callback functions are like those, we can function is a function, so a callback in terms of function is a function passed into another function as an argument instead to be executed after some operation has completed. For example, okay, here we type a function which is like sum. Here we are doing some logics. For example, we are passing here a comma b comma c. Okay, once it's so the logic is like variable total is equals to a plus b plus c. Okay, now you think like there should, after the calculation done, there should be a logic which should alert our response. So you can type a function like alert after sum is equals to no parameter, or we can say like there will be a parameter which is like the sum, or we can say the total. It will come as a parameter, and then the alert is going to alert the total value. How it will do, like if you want to make it as a callback, then you also will have to pass it here. Sorry, we are passing our function, use camel cases for back practice. So here once total is done, you can call your function with this data. Let's see what happens. Okay, we did a mistake. It's arrow function should have defined, like it should be defined. Okay, we haven't like didn't called it, so at least we have to call the method. So the, because it is just definition like declaration, we are not calling it. So here we need to pass our values, like the a should be 1, anything you can pass, for 5 comma our function. So just copy it, like call it from here, and here you can say like for understanding this is a callback function. Just also change it here. Now you can run. Write through error. Okay, alert is not defined because like we are into online compiler, here it will not work, but this way you can run your callback methods, you can pass them. So okay, let's change it. You see 10 is here. What, like why it's 10? You see here 5 4 9 plus 1 10. It is doing the logic here. 5 4 9 10, total is here. Total is getting passed to callback function which is defined above. You see here a callback is here, we defined it here. Now what it is doing, your total is coming as a value, then we are doing a console log on total, so it is coming 10. Like don't like you can ignore this one, it is coming from upper body. For example, we can add a line separator to, you can do anything with console log. we have just add a separator, so it looks more understanding. So this 10 is coming out from our callback method. So I think this video will get too much large, so we will keep remaining for the next session. Feel free to reach out in comment section with your query, concerns or questions. I will try to answer each one if possible, else we'll see you in the next video. So happy coding and thanks for watching the video. Thank you.